Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a daily tarot oracle reading, Tattletales from Tales from the Vector. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. This is a collective or general reading, which means that it may or may not resonate parts of it, and also it's a timeless reading. So this is about situations coming up that when it's a timely reading, whenever you see it, that's when you're supposed to see it. I have already cut the cards, and I have shuffled them and washed them, and now I'm just going to give them a couple cuts here, and we will start the reading with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. Woohoo! We've got the 10 of Cups. Or sorry, the 9 of Cups. So this is a good card to start off. This means you're highly favored. There's 9 cups here. These are generally cups of love. This can have something to do with romance, or they could be cups of love of something you love to do or something you want to be. And the thing about this card is this person is sitting on a stage, it looks like, and they are highly favored. They've got these cups either above their head or they're behind them. So they've already earned these 9 cups. And this cup is sort of like a card of wishes coming true. The thing about wishing is it means you don't quite have it yet. Like, he does not have the 10th cup, the ultimate fulfillment. It's close, but it's saying that if you're still wishing for something, it means you don't have it. So you don't want to get caught in a wishing loop. You want to be able to move forward and keep your focus. This card is saying keep your focus, because you're almost done the race, and many a race is lost in the last lap. So you want to, keep going and make sure that if this is about a romance, or this is about, a project that you're working on, keep focused and carry through to the end here so that you get the ultimate fulfillment. And we have the High Priestess. I'm just going to double check because this got bumped. Oh, there we go. It's good you can see this. This is the High Priestess. So she is sitting on her throne, and she's between these 2 pillars. And these represent extremes. This can be like evil, good, dark, light, positive, negative, like that kind of energy. And so what this is saying is, if you can sit here and get neutral between these 2 extremes, if you can get neutral about something that's a negative extreme or a positive extreme, then you can be comfortable in between. And she's so comfortable because she's very, very close to God, to Source, to the Most High. And this card is about joy. This is about following your passion and achieving. Like, this is a huge goal already to have achieved 9 cups. Now we have the next card coming in is of the 6 of Cups. And the 6 of Cups often speaks about a reunion or reconciliation. So this card is the only card in the cups that has the flowers in the cups. And it appears like these are maybe children playing, but this is actually a gnome and an older, like, elf woman that are in meetings. So this is saying there could be some illusions from the past. When people reconcile, the first stage of reconciliation is forgiveness. And, you can forgive yourself, forgive others, and then that paves the way to reconciliation. But just because someone decides to forgive, forgiveness is for yourself so that you can move on without being bitter or, carrying the energy anymore. So this is like this card is actually saying that there's a reconciliation happening. This can also represent family reunions. At this time when I'm doing this reading, it's like we're really approaching the holiday season. In the United States, you have Thanksgiving coming up, and then Christmas, and then there's the New Year's, and there's a lot of energy being poured into family at this time. So it's not surprising that it has come up. Yeah, and it's saying like the hangman is here. So the hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he's looking at things from a different perspective. He's hanging upside down so that he can see things from all angles. And I'm just getting that with this card coming in, it's talking about like at this time, Mercury is in retrograde. So communication is a little iffy at this time. It just means that Mercury, from the perspective of Earth, it's like Mercury is traveling backwards. And quite often people will notice like communication gaps and that kind of energy. But I feel like perhaps this is like about a large family coming together, and maybe there's been like a disruption in the family or something, and there's a reunion happening, and maybe it's happening over this holiday season, that people are finally, or people that were too busy or didn't have the money or whatever to be able to get together all at one time because everybody's schedule is really busy, are coming together now. There could have been a rift in the family, and now there's been some forgiveness, and there's a reconciliation happening. The hangman is saying basically to, you need to know when it's time to rest and when it's time to move forward. So it's the holiday season. You may have noticed that if you're in business, that you don't get a lot done during the holiday season unless it's sort of stuff that you've already put in place that you want to work on. And so we have the judgment. So some sort of judgment has been made, I feel like, with this energy, because we have like, you know, someone who's highly favored here, close to God. There's been some sort of forgiveness, reconciliation, maybe because of a judgment that's come in. This, it feels like the energy is this family, or you as an individual, or someone that you know has really looked at this from all angles, hasn't made any moves, and now a judgment has been called. And quite often this card represents self-judgment. It can also represent judgment from Most High, from God, and it can also be a card of reconciliation with your ancestors. These people are coming out of the box, and boxes, and they look somewhat like coffins. This could be like actually your ancestors, and this could be like on the other shore. You'll notice there's this troubled water a little bit. The waves are pretty big in between, but the people on the other side are waving to them. So this is speaking of maybe an old energy, generational energy has been healed. Judgment has been called. This could do with an abundance. Cups, as I said, they are about love and family and all of that, but they can also be about things you love to do and things you want, you know, things that you love to put into place. And so we'll see some more. This can also mean skeletons coming out of the closet kind of energy. Opening Pandora's box. You know, whatever was in the dark is now coming to light. And we have, yes, we have this individual. The wands represent fire, the energy of the element of fire, and action. And we have two wands planted here, and then we have a third wand. And it looks like this person, it's almost like they've gone through a portal, and they're leaving these two wands behind and taking this new wand and moving forward. So it could be, you know, this could represent a business where quite often this is my franchise card, like someone who's established themselves in one place and they want to move or start up another company or another location with their business. They're ready to move forward and do that. Or even getting into a new line of work and using these cups and this energy to move into that, or leaving behind an old relationship between someone else, partnerships, you know, with a romantic love. It could be that. Getting back together with someone that, you know, you were in love with, or, you know, and something happened. There's all sorts of options here. Take it how it resonates with you. And yeah, so this is the energy again of, okay, knowing when to take action and when to like fall back a little bit. So this person he's hung his 3 swords here, and those are hanging on the wall, and this one's at rest on the ground, and he's just laying here in meditative prayer. And this is like the stained glass window, it looks like, in a church, and it's Pax is written on this stained glass window, and that means peace. Excuse me. And so the energy is that, his mind is at peace. So it feels like these 3 are representing kind of these 3. They've been hung on the wall. The thought is over, and someone is willing to take action to get this last cup that they want. Oh, and here comes in the Knight of Cups with the cup. So that's good news. This is really strong energy of, okay, so the Knight of Cups is traditionally the knight in shining armor. He's bringing in a cup of love, and quite often this does mean romance. And this is a message. So this could be, if it's romantic love, it could be a message that maybe someone who has not been with the family for a long time and has not been able to attend the past reunions, etc., or has been like the black sheep or whatever, they're saying, hey, I'm going to attend. It could be a romantic love. This could be a message of a first date, or it could even be a marriage proposal, a declaration of love. It can also be regarding energy of a business, and hey, here's another cup, here's the cup, here's the 10th cup to add to your other cups. Something that has come together, like a business plan that has come together, or a project that has come together, and all the, everything's falling into place, and it's going to be like right around it's right around this time and this energy. And I'm just getting, for some reason, also, it could be like a family business. This bottom line here, I'm building a pyramid, and this bottom line represents what you have to work with right now, your basic needs, and the basic needs are pretty significant here. So, this is talking about a strong foundation for being able to move forward, and there's some sort of information that came in that is, possibly going to reunite people, and there could be some. It could involve forgiveness, and that's paving the way to reconciliation. Then we have the Queen of Wands energy. So this next row is about what are the obstacles like to getting this 10th cup, now that the message has come in, that there's an opportunity here. The Queen of Wands is sitting on her throne. She is known to be, she's very sunny disposition, looking on the bright side of life. She's holding a sunflower. So she's like the high priestess. She likes to use her intuition. This veil in the background represents like the veil between spiritual and 3D world. And that's kind of the same as this judgment, like from ancestors and descendants. The wand that the fire element carries, this is wood, and it represents trees. So there's strong roots going down are the ancestors, and then this is the descendants coming. The offshoots are the descendants. So there's the energy of this queen is she is aware of what's going on, and she's been looking for creative solutions, and it looks like this cup, this information, this message that's come in is a positive one. And she's got a little black cat looking at her like I have a little cat looking at me right now. It's really weird. Sometimes cats, when you're doing tarot readings, etc., they can feel the energy, and she'll just sit there and look at me and stare me down just like this. And so the Empress energy is coming in now. So this is really strong energy, because the Empress is a generator of energy. And it's basically saying like, this is, both these cards are really happy, and it's saying that, keeping this good attitude basically with what you have here is really allowing this new energy to come in, and this new cup to come in. And the Empress is all 4 of the queens from the minor arcana rolled into one person. And she's sitting on her throne, and she is generating energy, and she does it quite effortlessly. This wheat at her feet represents her ability to produce, and it's kind of a natural production. You know, you plant the seeds, you nurture them, and they grow. She, sometimes people read this card as there's a pregnancy, which could be because, you know, when 2 people get together and love each other, then this could be an announcement of a baby coming in to expand the family. It could be something like that. And she's either pregnant with possibilities, or she's actually pregnant. Then we have, yes, it's a celebration. And this card can sometimes be taken as, you know, a celebration of a true celebration of what's happening here, which I feel it possibly is. It feels like it's members of this family happy that this person's coming in, or happy that this baby's being born. The only thing I don't like about this card is that they're toasting, but nobody's looking at each other. And in a lot of European countries, when you toast each other and you don't look each other in the eye, it is 7 years bad luck in your love life, which you don't need if you get a cup of love coming in. And it's, you know, that kind of energy. So we'll see. Yes, and then the Knight of Wands comes in with a message. So we've got the Knight of Cups bringing in a cup of love, and we have the Knight of Wands making some action happen now. So the Knight of Wands is a rebel with a cause. He's really learned, like, he's fiery. You see the big red plume on his hat, and he's ready to go. And he's, you know, but he's reining his horse in, which represents reining in his emotions, making sure that the message he brings, or the action that is taken, is going to, that it's, you know, he's delivering it at the right time, and that he has the information correctly, and not getting his emotions all involved in it, so that he can't, you know, be able to see things clearly. Okay, so, and it's sitting right on this judgment call, ancestors and descendants, I feel, and on the Hangman, like just taking the time to make sure that you have all the facts straight. Then we have the Page of Swords coming in. So the Page of Swords, the pages are a younger version of the knights. This energy represents someone, you know, the pages would be 7 to 14 when they started working for the royalty, and they would do small tasks. And then if they grew, you know, they were really good at it, and they were beneficial to the king and queen, to the royal court, they would have an opportunity to become a knight, as long as they could afford a horse. And so this energy, the Page of Swords, is a message coming in. And out of all of the pages in the tarot, he is not even, he's the only one that's not looking at the element that he represents. He's literally looking away for it. This is talking about innovation. So this is someone that does not just, you know, use his mental capacity. He's not letting his mind control him. He's using his intuition, like he's looking kind of down to the High Priestess here. So he's like, he's wanting to use this information that he has in his hand here. And he wants to also use his intuitive information, and he's innovative and excited. And this always reminds me of someone who's golfing. And, you know, golf is a game of, like, it's mind over matter, basically. And so if you want to get a hole in one, you have to be able to really take control of your emotions, like this is saying, and be in a place where, you know, you don't allow your mind to talk you out of something that would benefit you. That's the energy that's coming up. And that's sitting right on the reconciliation. And, you know, possibly there could have been a mediator here. So this could be a mediation in a business also, or mediation between two families, like that kind of energy. We'll keep going here and see what else comes in. Oh, now we've got the Knight of Swords coming in. And isn't that interesting? It's following this Knight of, or this Page of Swords. So this represents someone that has grown up to be a knight, and like this could be the same person. And just recognize also that all of the figures that are in the major arcana, well, throughout the tarot actually, they represent archetypes. So they this could be, the Empress can be a man that's in his feminine energy, just as the Queen could be the same thing. And the knights, in the old days, they would always be like people that were like male, but now this could represent a female. And also the information, you know, the thing that the information used to come in by horse or by foot, but this, you know, you don't expect, like this information doesn't have to come like in person, like it's like this cup sharing like this. This information could come from an email, a letter, a text, social post where you see something, you know, that kind of energy. And one thing that I'm really noticing here also, the Page of Swords and the Page of, or the Knight of Swords, you can't see the point of their swords. So it feels kind of like they don't have the full energy, but they're very excited about it. He's in a real hurry to get there. So if there's this reunion, it might be at the last minute this person decided to participate, or he's got some more information to stop the reunion or stop the reconciliation. It could be a lot of different scenarios. Having said that, I just feel that neither one of these really has the full story yet. And perhaps that's what they're rushing. They're in a hurry to see, what is this? You know, like you look at the difference between, like, look at the Knight of Cups. You know, he's calm, the knight in shining armor, receiving this cup. Then this, the Knight of Wands energy, which is about passion and forward movement and taking action, is like reining in his emotions because he wants to make sure he has his actions right. And then you have this Knight of Swords, like this is like thinking like, okay, I've got to hurry, I've got to rush in, I don't know the whole information, or you don't know the whole information and they're rushing in to make sure that you do know. So it can be taken many ways. Yes, there's some sort of secret or an illusion here. That's what the moon represents. But the moon, this energy also represents that, you know, freedom is discipline of your mind. And I feel like there's something here regarding like not allowing your emotions to take control of you, using your intuition as well as your logic here. I'm getting, you don't know the full information regarding this and the reconciliation, etc. So you want to make sure that you have all the facts that you need to make a real strong decision. And you might want to sit on it a little bit. And don't forget, like in the holiday season, quite often emotions can run really high. And you know, what starts out as being a real happy reunion can sometimes turn into something that's not so happy. And this reconciliation card quite often is like, it's about illusions, because the flowers in these cups are actually datra, and that is like a medicinal herb that is used. It's highly poisonous. If it, you know, it's not something at all to be played with. Some shamans do use it, but it represents innocence, and it represents like having visions, like of an energy of things the way you think things are. But the moon is coming in now, and it's right on top here, and it's on this logic, you know, making sure you make sure you know what's really going on, and make sure that if there's any secrets coming out here, you want to be aware of them before you make, you know, before you give any cups away. The goal here is to get the 10th cup, not to end up with fewer cups, right? And this energy can quite often be about gossip and slander in the community. So I feel like some sort of hidden secret has maybe come out that not everybody is aware of. And it could be something really old, you know, like that happened generations ago. Yeah, or possibly someone has passed and has crossed the veil or is about to cross the veil. And so that's maybe why people are getting together. This could be, you know, during the holiday season, it's not the best time, but that's, you know, whatever it is. This also can represent an end to the illusions and a judgment being called to put an end to that. And so this energy is about, like, it can be an actual death, but it also can be just a transition, a rebirth. It can be about a baby being born. Like, it can, this could be, I'm getting for some people that maybe have been working to get pregnant, and they finally are pregnant, and they maybe it's been challenging, and this announcement is coming out at this happy reunion. Or it can be like somebody passed, or somebody's ill and is in the hospital, and everybody wants to come and see them, and they have the time because it's the holiday season and they were planning to get together anyway. This could be a lot of scenarios. This could also represent a business coming to an end and being passed down from ancestors to descendants. This represents the light at the end of the tunnel. And you'll notice, like, the old woman here, she's looking away from the Grim Reaper, and the little child, in their innocence, they're like holding the bloom. And I feel like it's like this illusion that has been broken. This could represent like a new baby coming in, and it's a huge gift because these people have been wanting to have a child for a long time. And the young child, in their innocence, they're not afraid of the Grim Reaper at all. They are like, hey, you know, here handing them a bloom, which represents new life. And the king is underfoot of the horse, and his crown has been fallen off. So this is an energy of, this can be nothing to do with people, but a situation that's happened that everybody's in shock over, like, wow, you know, and some people are celebrating and maybe some people aren't. But this family, or this group of people, are definitely focused on this cup coming in, this 10th cup. And this could represent something that you just thought would never happen, and a hidden secret came out and exposed all that. And it was something that I feel like was laying dormant for like maybe more than one generation. Yeah, like it's a whole new world. And so I'm just getting also, on some level, this is a positive for some people and negative for others. But anytime we move into, we have the death card, and then we have the world. So this is about transition. It rarely actually is about an actual physical death. It's usually about transition, you know, an end of a cycle. And I feel like some sort of illusion has been broken, and now the people have the information for that, and there's a whole new world. This card also is the final card in the major arcana, and this card represents the end of a cycle, and the Fool will now begin another cycle, another journey. So both of these are saying there's some sort of ending here. And yeah, and also I feel like that you see that energy here, and then this is the energy of the logical versus the intuitive. And so this illusion has also come to an end, is what I'm getting, which is going to allow this new energy to come in. And I'm getting this could be a world event, like a global event. It could be anything, really. And it could also be like a major event in your family. It could be a major event in your business. It could be a major event just in your, you know, a baby coming in, a happy announcement. It could be, you know, a family that was split apart coming together because now this new information came in, and it could be so many things I'm getting right now. But that magician is here now. So the Fool starts off on his journey after ending this cycle. And the very first thing the Fool does, this is the first card in his journey. After he makes the Fool hasn't showed up here, but we have 3 messengers coming in. Like we have 3 knights and a page of swords coming in, I do feel that this is the same person. And we have whatever this energy is, all of a sudden, like this Queen of Wands has become an Empress. She's become all 4 queens rolled into one because of what's happening here. And the new way of happening is, the very first step is the Magician. And so the Magician is about an energetic upgrade. So it is beneficial for some people here for sure, and maybe some people don't feel it so beneficial. This could be the split in business and family, whatever. Or it could be the energy between someone passing and a newborn coming in. It could be both. We could have a message, hey, I'm about to have a baby, and oh, someone's passing, or someone has passed. There's a lot of energy here, a lot of different. This is a general reading, so it has so much potential to be so many things. It's kind of real life is what I'm getting. But anyway, the Magician is here now, and the Magician is pointing to the Empress, and how, like, going inward, and the prayer, and the making sure that she knew what was happening, and she used her intuition and prayer, and she didn't take action until she had everything she needs, all the qualities of the queens, to move this forward. And now, and it's almost like on this side, you notice that the colors are different. The happy, the sunny side is more like this side, and the more contemplative energy is this side. So the Magician has all the tools that they need on their bench here now to move forward in a new way. And the infinity symbol above the head represents that. Plus, he's got the Ouroboros around his waist, which is a snake or a dragon chasing its tail. And that's what it's saying. Like, this is like a wish come true, but you don't want to get caught in the wishing loop. So keep your focus, like keep focused on this energy. Keep going inward, and make sure that you're using your intuition as well as your logic. Yes, there we have it. We're juggling. This is a card of multitasking, of juggling 2 pentacles, of 2 different ways of being. And you notice again, this has the infinity symbol, but it's juggling like work hard, play hard. It's very similar to this energy, only this is representing like intuitive, being close to God, your spirituality. And this is actually about the physical earth, bringing this down now to earth. And that's what this Magician is pointing to the heavens, and also pointing to earth. And the Empress is ruled by Venus. This is like real earth energy. This is about bringing whatever gift this is from the Most High and bringing it down to earth. A lot of multitasking might be going into this, and a lot of back and forth. I'm getting back and forth. And this is also like, so this is what what do you have right now to work with? The obstacles coming up is like bringing this together and keeping your cool while you're doing it, because I'm getting, it's just so different both sides here. And then this 3rd row is about manifestation, like the actual, like this is this is the obstacles. And now this is about having the courage to get this done and move and bring it to earth, like the Magician is pointing. Okay, yeah, and we have the 7 of Swords, and this is the shift disturber. So this is a walking contradiction. This is right away saying, because it's sitting on here, is there was some sneaky energy here, and it's saying that there may have been juggling of morals as instead of just options, and that is coming to light here. And this could be from a long time ago, and I feel like these 2 swords right here represent like this energy coming in with the information regarding these 2 that are still planted. And this person is a walking contradiction, because they are looking back, and I feel like that's this energy here of ancestors. something that happened in the past and something sneaky being done and it coming to light now. And like they're carrying these other, and these other swords, and this could be like they don't want to fight and they brought this information in so that, you know, that there would be clarity here. Or it can be like planting, you know, something that really is an illusion. But I feel like the way it's it's on the sunny side, so I feel that this cup coming in, this 10th cup, is because this information that happened back here is now being brought into the light. And like because he's looking back at the past, but he's moving forward. And he's on tiptoes. So it's kind of, it's sneaky energy. This is saying if there's any contracts that you're signing or any energy that maybe in the past was signed, to make sure that you go over those documents, those legal documents, and you really look into that everything was done properly. There was something not on the up and up there. And then we have, look at that, we have the Magician pointing to this Strength card. And the Strength card is going back all the way back to your inner child. So this is something that happened you know, when you were a child, is what's coming up. And so this energy, she's reaching into the lion's mouth because she's wanting to like face her fears so that, you know, have the courage to bring this about. And this is because this is now moving into heart's desires, what you were authentically, this cup authentically belongs here. And this, she's reaching in to face her fears. This is saying, I'm going to face my fears because I want to manifest this which is on the Magician's head, this infinite potential, and this juggling that was happening in that infinite potential, right? So this energy is saying, I'm going to face my inner child, and I'm going to look at my fears from when I was a child, and I'm going to move forward. And that's what the Magician is pointing at, that it's going to, that you've had, I feel like it's already happened. You've had the courage to be able to do that. Now that you have the full information of what happened here, that you will have the courage to make shift happen, basically. Yes, there goes the wands. So this is really interesting again, because you notice how the color is again this color, and this is all yellow. This anytime there is a yellow sky or a background in the cards, it represents happiness, joyfulness, being on the right path. And this energy of conception is when something has been conceived already. And this is the energy of action. And I'm getting this was actions that were taken in the past, that the actions that that she's able to take now with the information is going to rectify this energy from the past. And this is like real fiery energy of, you know, launching those wands, and they are going to hit the bullseye. And then we have Lovers here. Interesting. So there could be, you know, who knows? This could be so many things. Again, the Lovers card is all about choices. And so this could be one person choosing what they love and, you know, moving forward in it with a new attitude or whatever because of this information. Or this could be like two people that got together and they knew this illusion, but it wasn't, you know, it's now coming out. This card it feels to me like it could represent two people, maybe a baby that was not really, the father isn't the father. Like we know the mother's the mother because the mother, well, we don't know that for sure. This could be a child that was adopted. This could be a child, you know, that was born out of wedlock, basically. And that this is coming up now and it's changing the dynamics here of the family. But there's, the sun is in the background. So that is saying again, like every child is a gift. When, you know, and this also could be something that a couple here one of them didn't know about this, but the other one did. And now it's coming out, and it's, you know, quite disturbing, and they're having to deal with it. When the conception card comes out like this is about the egg of life, and so quite often this is a sign of pregnancy, and this Empress here is about pregnancy. And she can be pregnant with possibilities, and this could be like regarding like those possibilities, or it can be an actual baby, which the energy was kind of, I was feeling that, yeah, because look at that, we have this energy of this happy, this is a card of fulfillment. So now, bang, this card is up on the fulfillment, like this is the heart's desires. So this could be representing, this information came out, and this is regarding, like this could have been something regarding ancestors way back. And now because of that, some action has been taken, and two people might be getting married now. And, you know, this represents going through the 1111 portal. This is an energy of, like, and you notice they're through that portal and this is the beginning of that. And this is kind of, and there's two people here now, and there's only one person here. So it feels like this might be for some people a cup of love. This is the tarot. This is traditionally the card of marriage, of wanting, you know, being mature and starting a family. This energy is only like the Four of Wands, so it's kind of saying you're going, you know, this has been launched, like perhaps there was a marriage proposal or whatever for some of you, or reuniting with someone, bumping into someone that you hadn't seen, and then falling in love. Like this could be so many, this is a lot of energy. But what this is saying is don't sell yourself short. You notice those wands are very tall. And this is saying that even like this is a card of fulfillment, but at the same time you need to recognize that you will have to continue to work. This is like, I have the down payment for the castle, which is awesome because not everybody has a down payment for the castle, but I still have to pay the mortgage payments. You know, you're like kind of like, it's been conceived, it's on the way, but just like a baby, you have to, you know, wait for it to grow, right? Wow, and then we have the Ten of Cups. Huh. And look at, there's two children, a happy couple. You know, they've gone through that portal, they've made the decision. This really does feel like a love story, and more so than a business thing, but I'm getting there might be some elements here where this happiness from this couple is going to cause some challenges for this energy here, where like this secret that came out. And then we have, oh yeah, because here we have it. Right there. The devil comes out. So the devil is about temptation. And you notice like it's the two again here, right? This is kind of like these two people somehow being separated in the past or something. And now they've chosen to come together because they met at a reunion or something like that. Something's being birthed. Like there was the death of this hidden story or whatever, the truth came out, and it's been super happy for them. But now this is like sitting on this energy, on the Magician, and I feel like the devil represents temptation, and I feel like there may have been a baby that the rest of the family doesn't know about. And that's, you know, and it's no baby anymore, it's an adult, is the energy. So perhaps if there was a death in the family or whatever, now they're going to have to give a cup to this energy, right? And the devil is temptation, and I feel like maybe in the past these ancestors had gotten together with someone else, and there was another family. Like that happens where you can have two families happening at once and people are unaware of the second family. I don't know, it's just there's so many interesting energies here. But the devil doesn't come in and say, hey, I'm going to hand you like a lot of shift, and it's going to be really miserable for you, and you're going to be chained to it. You won't have choice anymore. But hey, sign up, sell your soul. You're going to say, no way. So I always check to see, and isn't that interesting? This energy, I cover the devil because you're not going to get the truth from it. And the devil always sends a minion in, because the devil's not able to do his own dirty work. He needs to find someone, you know, in the physical to do it for him. And so this energy it's caused a lot of burdens. And I'm getting on this side. And it was this energy, this hidden secret. And now that that's come out, this is, I feel like this is talking about, because like the magician is kind of pointing at the devil too. This is the cause. This is what caused all the burdens. This is the actions that possibly this is like, oh, this was like a happily married couple, but they had a hidden secret that they didn't tell anyone. Or, you know, one person hid something from the other person and it appeared to be a real happy marriage, but now this secret, that judgment's been called. And this judgment can also be legalities. So there could be something like that involved on the 3D. It could be judgments within the family. It could be judgments within yourself. It could be a lot of things. But whatever happened here, this hidden illusion, this secret, caused a lot of burdens for this side of the family. And the information coming out, it's kind of like you're almost home now and you're going to be able to put these burdens down. And I'm getting that the actions were coming from here, because you notice the color again, right? Really, really, this is a really, I want to know what's going to happen. This is like a movie. And so we have here, okay, so this card represents the energy of a heartbreaking decision has been made, and a potentially heartbreaking decision. And when you look at this, it looks like, oh my God, there's 3 swords in the person's heart. It's causing a lot of heartbreak. And it's got the information, like there's 3 swords here. And I feel like when this information came in, it caused a lot of pain for someone, and for maybe more than one person. But when you look at it, you recognize, hey, wait a minute, the heart is like actually quite big compared to the swords. So this could just be like back then, whatever, Grandma and Grandpa had a threesome, you know what I mean? Or Grandpa had a great grandpa. It could be your your parents. It could be, the least likely that you would suspect this to happen. But you have to remember that years ago, like if you had a child out of wedlock, that was a serious thing. And a lot of times that was taken out of your control because the family would step in and they would make the baby disappear, basically, and pretend that it never happened. I feel like there's some sort of energy around that, and that's why it's such a relief now. The heartbreaking decision may have been giving up the baby, I'm picking up so many different scenarios here. But this card can be seen like as a cliff, like hitting the wall. And there's a cloud above. Or you can look at this as kind of like somebody's shoulders and their heart is in their throat. So that, like, I'm just getting this energy that whoever this was happening to, they weren't allowed to speak of it. Like a lot of times if back when, if a young woman got pregnant, they would send her away and pretend that she wasn't, and then she'd come back and they'd say, oh, she was away at school or whatever, at boarding college, whatever, finishing school, and she was never allowed to talk about it, and now this energy has come out. I feel like it's something about that, and I feel that it is around a baby. And it's been a long time coming, this information. Look at, that's all 4 knights coming out in this one reading. And it's kind of confirming, okay. And this is, he's got the pentacle, and he's the slowest moving knight out of all the knights. And he's at an actual standstill, looking off into the horizon like, oh my goodness, like all of this energy has come in. But you notice like now the happiness is spreading to the rest of the family. Like it's coming over this way from the actions. So this, I'm getting on some level, this will be a big relief for everybody. It's always, the truth will set you free. So this, I feel like this has been like this information is a long time coming. And it's almost like I can just feel like this relief as this person's sitting on the horse. Even, and it's this energy from this side is relieved, and this energy down here is still dealing with it. You know what I mean? They're dealing with what this person or people had to deal with for like maybe decades. And this energy is like, now they're having to deal with it, maybe take responsibility. Because if they knew about this secret and they didn't say anything, you know. Oh, and then look at, there's the sun. Oh, right at the top there. That's God stepping in and saying, yes, this energy is like, this is the top of the pyramid. This is the crowning. This is like being like, you know, in your crown energy, like the crown chakra. The truth is coming out. The truth will set these people free, all of you, even if it's not apparent to this side right now. This side is feeling the relief, and this side is feeling the guilt or the remorse or the, you know, because this pentacle is, their focus is on the pentacle, right? And the focus here is on the love and the cups and the reunion and the, you know, the reconciliation. So this is really, this is like, was divinely guided though to happen. And it's been a long time in coming. This is a wish come true here. And this is probably like the worst nightmare of the energy here. Really going from the bottom up to the top of the pyramid and back down. This is the past, and this is what, okay, moving forward. So the high priestess is coming in, and you remember the high priestess is sitting right next to God. She's the second card. The magician is the first, and then the high priestess is next. So this is talking about as above, so below. And she's like sitting next to God, and this is kind of like being able to pray and to meditate and be able to be in this place where you are taking action after meditating on it and praying over it and being in alignment with your destiny. And this message comes in very quickly. And, you know, it's, look at the horse, how even the horse is stressed out. And then we have this illusion being brought to light. This is like an eclipse, and it's like the death card is here, right? So a death of the old way and a new way coming in because of this illusion being broken. And we have, it's regarding two lovers and a marriage. I'm getting, and then also the, it's taken a long time for this to come out, but it's finally, like, the truth eventually does come out. Sometimes it can take decades, you know, sometimes it can take generations for the truth to come out. And for some people, and again, we have, like, you see the ones that created this burden, the green energy, like the green, that sky color, and then, you know, this is like going to be possibly a burden for them now because of the actions that they took. And it was sneaky energy, and they knew about it. Like, it's coming, like they knew, and they pretended they didn't know. And then they had to I'm getting this definitely is juggling morals instead of options, and options possibly. And the Queen of Wands is like, this is the veil behind her, that this truth is finally coming out, right? And look at, she's holding the sunflower, which shows that she's in connection with source energy. And this is about love offering. Like, this is, you know, this is, okay, you have now earned this 10th cup. And that's not necessarily just about like romantic love or whatever, but it's part of it. And because there's 9 cups already, and this is like a cup of love. And this could be like this person, or you as this person, if you always wondered like what it, you know, like felt like there's something more to this, but you didn't ever know. And you were really wanting to be able to understand what was going on. That's happening for you now, or like this is past, present, future. So in the only place where we really have linear time is in the 3D. And so this could be happening. It happened in the past. It could be happening right now. It could happen in the future. So this is like a timely reading. Whenever you see it, it's time. That's the energy coming up. Really, really cool. I'm really enjoying this. It's like watching a movie for me. If you know, you are also enjoying the reading, please like and comment, because it really empowers me to keep doing these readings and build my channel. And I'm going to clarify these cards now, get some more information for this situation. And I'm using my oracle, which is Tales from the Vector. It's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. So I began the first big dragon painting in 2007, and I completed all of the paintings. There's 64 of them in the oracle. I completed them in 2020. The cards have been out and about for several years at psychic fairs and you know, at my seminars, etc. But now that I didn't have all of the paintings done, in 2020 the mandates sort of closed my live events down and shut down that part of my business effectively over the 2-year period, you know. And but that gave me the opportunity to be able to finish the paintings. And so now what I'm doing, I have these cards numbered, and I will, in the description box below, have the numbers of the cards, so in the order that they appear. So if you want to go to talesfromthevector.com, it's TAILS, you can look them up and see the paintings, and also view some more information that you might find beneficial. Okay, so we're going to take the energy off the bottom of the deck to clarify this card here. Indifference. Okay, so this is a karmic space that we all can fall into, where especially if it's something that happened in the past and, you know, nobody knew about it but a few people, you can become indifferent to the suffering that it causes for others. It's almost like, oh, it's just the way it is. And that's what, you know, when I talk about neutrality between the opposing forces here, that neutrality is not the same as indifference. Indifference is when you know what's happening and you don't care about other people's suffering. Whereas neutrality is you're becoming neutral to two extremes, and you're able then to, you know, if you're in a tug of war that you don't want to be in, you can let go of the rope, and then you find out, you know, you have this relief. We have, okay, sitting on this energy here, this reconciliation and the balance. Look at, this is the Hangman and the Hangman again. So this is saying, yes, it took a long time for this information to come out to balance these energies. And like I'm getting, it may have taken, you know, decades or generations. And then the Tower comes in. So the Tower is a reality check. And this can be about divorce. Like, this can be like a divorce from the truth. It can be divorce, like an actual divorce, or it could be divorce from source. Like not being able to understand what was really going on. And the worst divorce is from source energy. And then we have a mother's worry. So this is, you know, the energy. I feel like perhaps if it was a situation where years and years ago someone became pregnant and they were forced to give their child up for adoption, that they always worried about that child and they always wondered what happened to that child. And if they have that information now, you know, it's awesome, right? And it's also an energy of saying, like, you know, quite often we'll say, I'm never going to be like my parents. I'm never going to be like my mother. And then it's like, mirror, mirror on the wall, I've become my mother after all. And that's what happens over years, you know. So it's really interesting, like that, that's sitting on this judgment from the ancestors. And I'm just going to say this also. Quite often, if young women got pregnant and then they had the baby out of wedlock, the parents weren't trying to be mean. They were trying to protect their daughter in some ways too, because back then it just was not accepted, especially in certain religions, etc. It could be a real problem. And then we have the Cancer energy, and so that is like adolescent young girls. And I'm getting like this is the most emotional sign, and I feel like there's some energy around that something happened when someone was an adolescent, and you know, for all we know, this could be like someone that didn't willingly participate in the actions that brought about a baby. You know, this could talk about incest in the family, that kind of energy, and that secret coming out of this. Yes, because on top of, and look at that, on top of that cup is the devil energy, and I really feel like this is saying to me right away that God says any baby that comes into the world is not an accident. All babies are a gift from God, every single one of them, and anyone who doesn't believe that is, or that you know, doesn't honor that, is not in alignment with God. And not, I'm also getting, with the understanding of what's happened, it's not about like dumping a bunch of blame on a bunch of people back whenever and the decisions they made, but just saying that this is not in alignment with God's path to treat a baby as if it's a problem instead of a gift. Every baby that comes in is a gift. And so we're going to cover the devil, and look at that. We've got the magician confirming that you know, babies are magic. They're always, babies are brought in as a gift for the parents, and that may not be a parent at the time, but that's what, this is an energetic upgrade for the magician here. And so, and look at, the magician was pointing down to the Empress, and this energy of meditating and being in alignment with God. And now it's saying, yeah, whatever this cup was or was a gift and is a gift. You are the gift. If you're that child, possibly also, that could be something. Yeah, and so this could have caused some sibling rivalry, that kind of energy. This is another, jealousy is an energy that we all can very easily fall into. And quite often you'll notice that, you know, siblings don't always get along. And so there can be jealousy between siblings, but it also, jealousy is really funny, like, because we can even be jealous of ourselves, of another version of ourselves that we were before, or we want to become, and be more, you know, and actually be jealous of our own self. Or it could have been that this child, if there was a child there, and they were in the family still, that they were treated differently from the other children. And then we have the trauma queen, which is a major accomplice. We've got like the energy coming in of this energy above the mother's worry. So if a mother can't see a brilliant future for her child, then it causes a lot of drama and trauma. And I'm getting, there was a lot of gossip, and possibly more than just the family knew about it. Like they might have thought, oh, no, they managed to keep this within the family, but there was a lot of people that knew about it and just, you know, gossip behind their back. I'm getting kind of energy. And that might have been this child, if you're that child and you're in that position that you overheard the gossip or something like that. We have Capricorn energy. So this is all about responsibility, challenges being possibilities in disguise. So this energy I'm getting will heal. It has the potential to heal the entire family, because anytime there's a deep, dark secret like that, that energy has a negative effect on everyone. When the truth comes out, it sets you free, but it's not going to necessarily feel like it at the time. Sometimes when you have a reality check like that, like the Tower, what happens is, you know, even a year later, you're looking back and saying, oh, that was the best thing for our family. You know, the truth finally came out. Can finally, like, just let it go and, you know, get on with our lives. And the Capricorn energy is, in the major arcana, like that temptation, that devil energy, because Capricorn energy is about, it is the most ambitious sign, and it's earth. It's about bringing all your ambitions down to earth and wanting to make sure that, you know, you protect that. Then we have, ego. So the ego card is kind of like on this energy here. So ego is also a karmic space. Like if we all need an ego, like to be able to manifest and to be on the third dimensional plane, to be able to, have the ambition and be able to bring it into being. And I feel like there could be some energy here where they were protecting the family, they felt, or they thought they were. And so the ego space is like when you let your ego get away with you and you think that your will is more important, or your truth is more important than the actual truth or God's truth. And it causes stress for everybody. We have the Taurus energy coming in now. So the Taurus is the toddler of the horoscope. And Taurus energy, again, is about the energy of the earth. And so Capricorn is the most mature form of earth. Taurus energy is like the second sign in the zodiac, and it represents a toddler and a give and take. And you may notice, so I'm just getting I feel like in many instances this energy was kind of forced on people just because of the times. Having said that, toddlers you may have noticed, they don't often like to really share. So this is about learning to give and take, and not to behave, not to have temper tantrums, or it's about giving and receiving, knowing how much to give, how much to take. And it's also sitting right on that conception there, right? So this energy, this child could have been adopted out after, as a toddler, or there's so many scenarios here. And then we have dissemination of information. Yeah, the information was scrambled. And you see how that's we have the judgment here and the ancestors and that, and we have the gossip and the slander. We have this energy of dissemination of information is when you scramble the information and you pretend like it's different from how it is. Elephant? What elephant? The skeleton in the closet? What are you talking about? That kind of information, that kind of dissemination of information. You quite often see that in politics, where people speak in a certain way that you can't really get to the truth very easily. And I'm getting how this family has had to speak. And there's a father figure here as a major accomplice along with the mother. So someone could have fathered a baby out of wedlock, and it may not have been within the marriage. I'm just getting it. It could have been someone that was traveling, and so this other child or this other family or whatever could be on the other side of the world, really. And you see a lot of that right now, because of all the DNA, testing that we can do, for ancestry. And, a lot of times people get contacted and they're like, whoa, shift happens. So this is the strength card in the oracle is about integrity. And so integrating all the information and having the courage to do so. So that energy is right on top of this burden here. So this is about, okay, the truth is coming out, and being strong enough to be able to handle it and having the courage to bring the truth out and then deal with it. And then we have the Aquarius energy. So this is about new coming in. This is the new way that this family is going to have to operate because this has come out. And it's about, they might have to, it might test a lot of relationships I'm getting. So there might be some forgiveness, and there might be some non-forgiveness, and there could be a lot. I'm getting a lot because I'm getting this is not really that uncommon, this energy. It's just, if it happens in your family, then it feels like, what? If it's an actual real surprise to some of the people in the family and other people new, it can be cause a lot of issues, right? And then we have the Sagittarius energy, which is about, hey, new adventures, and that's sitting on the fulfillment and the lovers. So this could be again, about expanding your family. You know, this could be happening. Like, this might not, for everybody, could be a different scenario. This could be actually happening within you, where you know, you're pregnant now and you decide to get married, or you have impregnated someone and now you've decided to get married. It's a new adventure. You're expanding your family rather than, you know, you're not going to do what the family secret was. You know, you're going to move forward. And that's when the truth comes out, a lot of times that energy just frees everybody, whether they felt tied down or not. You know, and yeah, and that's sitting on the lack of awareness right there. So this energy is just saying, you know, when everybody is aware, then the karma, any karma in the family, and that can shift, and it shifts for everybody. And I just want to check this heart in the throat. Oh, here we have it. Superstar. So the truth will set you free. That's basically what this is saying. This can create a lot of harmony. Superstar is about being able to finally speak your truth. And look at how that came out right on that card there. So all in all, when the truth comes out, it will set you free and create freedom. If you have, you know, that truth, you can move forward in a strong way. This was a real interesting reading. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you have, you know, do feel free to hit that like button and comment. And if you resonate, subscribe. I would love to have you as part of this channel. Bye for now. I will do another reading for you again tomorrow.